no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today, Freemers, we are back with another Free Realms video. This time around, we're going to be reading the Free Realms comics, and we're going to be jumping in to Revelation, otherwise known as Enter the Madman. So the reason we're doing this whole series is because we hit 100 subscribers on the channel, which is really cool. Super excited about that. And to celebrate, I wanted to read all of these comics for you guys because, again, these comics aren't really well known unless you're deep into the Free Realms community and you would know about them. I didn't know about them when I was younger. I didn't know these comics existed until I started doing some eBay research and found out they were a thing. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, we're going to be jumping into issue number 5, Revelation, otherwise known as Enter the Madman. So let's dive in the comics. Again, the art, dude, so pristine, so slick. Let's get going. While most mothers were singing lullabies to their babies each night, my mom would turn out the lights and tell me horror stories about a gnarled witch who roamed through Briarwood looking to harm little children. I know that sounds pretty cruel. But I'm pretty sure she meant well. At least, I think she did. Parents sometimes make up stuff like that because they want to keep you out of trouble. But there are a couple of problems with her theory. First off, I'm standing here looking at Darkthorn right now. Let me tell you, she is anything but a gnarled witch. In fact, if you can get past the whole gothic vibe, she's gorgeous. As to my mother's second point, if Darkthorn really wanted to hurt me, she could have done that the second I stepped into the forest. She has an army of oafish simpletons called Chuggawugs that obey her every command, and they could snap me like a twig if they had the desire. All she would need to do is say the word. At this point, the only problem I can foresee is that Darkthorn seems to be certifiably insane. And I'm not talking a kind of crazy where you go to a movie dressed up like one of the characters. I'm talking she might need a straitjacket and rubber walls. I probably spaced out for a second. I do that from time to time, and I know it's rude, but did you just say that you're Queen Valerian's sister? Darkthorn, you mustn't. Look, I'm a sucker for a good conspiracy theory, so let me lay this on you to see what you think. Will you be quiet? What, everyone knows about the rumor. What are you talking about? Are you serious? You really don't know? You just don't know when to stop, do you? Everybody thinks that you killed Queen Valerian's sister. I mean, I'm sure it was self-defense and everything, and there's the title card. I'm going to go ahead and shut my mouth now, but before I do, I'd like to call upon the mercy of the court. This is not a courtroom, and more importantly, I am not a monster. I no more killed the Queen's sister than you did. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. Also, something that's a little odd here, and I don't know why I just noticed it now, but in the previous comic, the Captain Shagug or whatever took all the weapons from Dane and Maya because they're not allowed to bring weapons into the palace. And for some reason, Dane has his hammer in his backpack. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. Maybe that's an issue on the artist's end, but still it's a little odd, you know? A little help. Sorry, Hotshot, you're on your own with this one. Look, before you throw me in the dungeon or turn me into a toad, I'd just like to say that I've been diagnosed with a rare disease called diarrhea of the mouth. I can't always control what I say. I mean, just the other day, enough. Can you teach me how to do that? Perhaps, but at first I want to hear about the Queen. What happened? What he's trying to say is that we don't really know. Dane won a kart race, and the prize was dinner with Valerian. He fancies himself as some kind of teen heartthrob, and if you can believe it, Dane actually thought that the Queen was going to throw herself at him. Seriously? I don't say this very much, but I think you and I are going to be friends. Anyway, when Casanova was about to make his move, Valerian started coughing uncontrollably. Then an army of servants rushed into the room, and Joffrey told us that he believed someone had poisoned the queen. He will pay. Wait a minute, who's gonna pay? Because if you're talking about me, I just want to say that I am completely and 100% innocent. She's talking about Joffrey. Huh? Are all boys this dense, or is it just you? I don't get it. Joffrey's the one who sent us here to take the potion that your chuggalugs hijacked. He said that it was going to cure Queen Valerian, so why would he try to poison her? Because he wants the throne. I must be missing something here. That doesn't surprise me. Korg, would you be a dear and bring me the box? The pretty one with all the shiny rocks on it? Yes, please. I'm not the villain that Joffrey would have you believe I am. Would have you... Yeah, okay. Then what's with all the man-eating plants, giant spiders, and the Chuggawug army? Do you recall the day that the queen's parents were murdered? Kind of, but I was just a kid. I didn't pay much attention to the news back then. I didn't have much of a choice. There was no sign of a break-in or a struggle of any kind. The guards didn't hear anything unusual, and the only person seen going in or out of their suite that night was Joffrey. But he was their personal advisor, so it makes sense, right? The coroner's report showed traces of poison in their bloodstream. Who could have poisoned them other than Joffrey? Don't take this the wrong way, but do you believe in UFOs and all that stuff? Of course not. Really? Because what you're saying is kind of out there. Dude, Dane is such a clown. The fact that he said that, that's like, dude, Dane needs to chill. You can't cook him like that. Like, I feel like, Freemers, I feel like I have to write that down, because I've read that line so many times, and it's just so funny. Do you believe in UFOs? Because what you're saying is kind of out there. That's funny, dude. That's so funny. What you're saying of out there. That's so good, dude. That is just, sorry, I had to write that down. That's really funny. Okay, let's keep going. Whoosh. I can't breathe. You will not be disrespectful to Darkthorn in your own fortress. To help. Maybe we can strike a deal. Anything. Thank you, Korg. Click. This is the vial that Captain Shagug took from the trespassers. Unfortunately, Joffrey and I have a very different definition of medicine. I always thought that it should heal people. Apparently, Joffrey thinks otherwise. Please release our guest, Gorg. I thought his name was Korg. Wait, am I crazy? Korg? Oh, maybe there's two different Chuggawugs there. Maybe I'm crazy. Yes, Darkthorn. Yeah, it is two different people. It has to be. That's Korg and that's Gorg. Okay. Here, smell this. No, that's okay. I believe you. I insist. What in the heck is that stuff? It smells like the bathroom after my uncle gets done doing his business. I think I'm gonna throw up. A single drop of the liquid inside this vial would eat through the walls of your stomach. Dane said that Valerian was coughing up blood. Joffrey must have been putting the poison into the queen's drinks. Over time, it would devour her organs and destroy her from the inside out. And since she doesn't have an heir, he would be next in line to take the throne. Then why was he trying to poison you? Have you been paying attention to anything? The Queen's sister wasn't murdered, Dane. She's standing right here. Then you really are. My true name is Lavender, and yes, I am Queen Valerian's sister. I'm speechless. That's a first. After Joffrey killed our parents, he blamed everything on the Chuggawugs. He claimed they had failed in their duty to protect the crown, so he had them exiled. My sister was foolish enough to believe Joffrey's lies, but not me. I knew that Joffrey had killed them. How were the Chuggawugs supposed to know that the King and Queen's advisor was poisoning them? But if you knew the truth, why did you leave? Because Joffrey turned my sister against me. That's terrible. As much as I love Valerian, I had to leave. I took the poor Chuggawugs with me, and we started a new life together. I had been waiting for my sister to come to her senses, but it might be too late. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have left. You can't blame yourself. There was nothing you could do. Maybe you're right. You two are talking like the Queen is already dead. Instead of sitting around here moping, why don't we do something about it? I mean, there has to be an antidote or something. Yes, of course there is. And? Grrr. What the? To prove that you are not one of Joffrey's agents, you will take this vial to an alchemist they call Eggert the Mad. You'll find him in Black Spore Swamp. You're serious, aren't you? You really want me to take a test tube filled with liquid death into a swamp crawling with monsters? Also, I can hand it to some crazy guy? Exactly. He'll test the poison to confirm my suspicions. Then he'll concoct the antidote, and you'll bring it back to me. And if I refuse, I'll let them decide your fate. In that case, I accept your generous offer. When do we leave? Black Spore Swamp. I don't think I'm ever going to get the smell out of my clothes. I doubt that shirt is going to smell much different than it usually does. When's the last time you washed it? I don't know. Last week? Please tell me that we're lost again. Oh, please don't tell me that we're lost again. Okay, we're not lost. I just don't know where we are. How hard is it to follow a simple map? It's not like there are any billboards pointing the way to Eggert's shop, much less a road or even a sidewalk for that matter. But since you think it's so easy, I'll let you lead the way for a while. Heads up. Look, I'm sorry. Whatever. I know I can be a little hard on you sometimes. Really? I hardly noticed. So, which way are we supposed to go? Kerplunk. You don't think that Darkthorn sent us into a trap, do you? Because if she did, why don't we ask her when we deliver the antidote? In the meantime, and then there's the reward lightning feat, which I think I saw a lot of people had, but I didn't know about these comics way back when. I don't even know if I saw that they sold them. I don't know if they did. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Keep going. Care to dance? I thought you'd never ask. Sing! I was thinking, maybe these ninjas want to take you back to their lair and make you their queen. I thought that was your plan. You had your chance. Lucky me. Now let's finish these guys. Boom. You know what? That was easier than I thought it would be. You're kidding, right? Maybe just a little. I don't suppose he's a friend of yours, is he? Not that I know of. Do you have my gift from Darkthorn? To be continued, and we will continue reading the comics in the next video. But anywho, thank you guys for hanging out, watching. I appreciate it a ton, and I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, goodbye.